Wow, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it
Back
has.
in 2001, in the Wayback Time Machine, Fellers was converting from an old Friedman system to ASW at that time. And we were going to do that in 60 days, and we did. So our implementation team back then was Tom Victor, Chuck Smith, Lynn Martin, and literally this team and Tom built the data structure for our whole company that we still use to this day because of all their knowledge of ASW back in those times. And so we absolutely trust Tom and his team for literally kind of creating what we are today, giving us a good foundation for it. And I outsource right now all of my version 8 support, all of my AS400 support, all to Protelo, because I only have 3 team members besides myself, and they deal more with networks and help desks. So these are my technology backbone folks I go to. So we just went through an upgrade. It's been 18 months now, and we were going from version 380 to version 8. And I guess it took a total of about 2 years of calendar time. It only took about 1 year of actual programming time because we had a lot of mods. We were doing some huge changes in how we did our taxation management and huge changes in how we did our credit card management. And the upgrade really was to modernize my company so we could get ready for e-commerce integration. We could get ready for the big thing I'm working on right now. By the end of 2019, I will have a completely remote workforce. I will have no corporate office at all. Okay? So modernization was really important to me on that. When we did our upgrade to version 8, we could only upgrade during November, December, January, our slow time. That was the only times we could do it. We're too busy on the call center to do it any other time. So we had some time to do it right. And all of the steps that we took, I'll tell you how right it went. When we did our very first mock go live for the system, we were only off $1,400 in inventory variance. Every other general ledger was dead on. So that was really fantastic. We had no fears about going live at that point. So that's kind of the start of the data integrity audit. So we had 15 years of orders that never gone to 60, on hold, status 00s, stuck at 20s for all kinds of reasons, never cleaned up. We had years and years of people running reports that had crashed for whatever reason. We had, other areas of just junk and spool files and things like that we didn't need to convert. So going through the data integrity audit several times really helped us clean our data up. So when we did the data conversion, we knew we were good and had everything taken care of. So we had no surprises there at all. As we were at this point, we also have a huge change in how our product mix is because our industry is changing. And so we had an opportunity to go through and start to analyze that and utilize all that information as part of all of the night jobs and everything we do to rebuild, to manage inventory, do all those inventory controls. And one of the really great things about all that with a new system for us as part of speeding up our sales order entry process is the sourcing policies that are now available, where instead of our inside sales rep having to search 75 warehouses to find just the right color of vinyl that the customer want, well, now we can just get it. The system says, oh, it's not your main warehouse, here's your secondary one, or it comes to the third one, so they don't have to search anymore. So that has really, really helped speed up our processes. We're a $250,000 sales company. And we have customers with names like Fast Signs, Signs Now, Signs Today, Signs by Tomorrow that need things the next day. So if anything were to ever happen to my system and it was gone, I'd be out of business. I couldn't recover fast enough. So we have everything in redundancy. And basically what we've created now with the help of these guys is I basically have a banking system. So just like your bank, you have your primary, where you run your checking accounts and all things like that, but at night they got to process the work. but you still got to keep the ATMs up, right? So that's basically what we've created. 2 AS400s, Poncho and Lefty. We run redundant HMCs. So as we integrate our e-commerce sites, at night when Poncho's got to shut down, the HMCs manage everything right over to Lefty. When Poncho's ready to take back primary role, flash that over, back from Lefty to Poncho, and we're up and running. In failover times, let's say if I were to lose my corporate office, the HMCs, the way we have them set up, manage my IPs. So all of my remote users that are out there right now on the sales floor using their VMware, they never see a hiccup. Their VMware consoles go straight into Lefty. All of our printers that we pull pick lists and invoices to, they see no change because it's all managed up in the HMC level now. So it's absolutely fantastic to fail over and not have to go around and change everybody's IPs. Okay? And I think the biggest thing that we've done too really is going to be on the credit card side. Because in our old system, we had a modem and it dialed up and it did one credit card at a time. In our old system, you could only have one credit card authorization for one order. So you couldn't split orders unless you made 2 orders, 2 different credit card authorizations, okay? Just wouldn't work. That slowed down the inside sales immensely when you're doing credit card orders. So part of the great thing that happened as we got modernized is now with the help of Protelo, we have the ability to do one auth, split the credit card orders across as many warehouses as you need to. Each warehouse comes back in and then just takes their portion of the auth. And as you go along, by the end of however many split tickets you have for it, your one authorization has gone across all of them. So now one auth, one ticket split anyways, and our sales floor loves that. And then when the sales floor makes a mistake and they change a product or add something and they forget to go back out and re-auth for a new amount, as long as the method of payment is credit card in the system, when that last invoice goes with the last $20 and it's not on the auth, well, it'll do an auth and capture itself on that $20. So no longer do we have to go back the next day and look for orders that were credit cards that still had dollar amounts on them, to call the customer and say, hey, I'm sorry, we missed this $20. Can I run your card again? Okay. So that's been absolutely fantastic to have. Avatax integration, we used Sales Tax 2 for years. The taxation now for us is really, really important because we're basically registered in every state that collects sales tax. So we're collecting all the sales tax everywhere. We have a lot of really intricate state reporting now that's starting to come out. So we're having Avatax literally do all of our tax paperwork. They remit everything to all of the states and all the localities that need it. So all we have to do is write them a check. They handle the paperwork. We also use their cert capture for our tax exemption certificates. And right now we're managing it within there. But of course, when I go remote, I won't have people sitting there that are storing tax cert copies into filing cabinets. So we'll use all their automation in their cert capture to let the customer manage their sales tax exemption forms. And that's going to be fabulous too. So all in all, with these guys, you know, I've trusted them since I've known them in 2001. They help me do my job, and really they help us continue moving forward and creating new things and fixing challenges and problems that come along the way. Even tiny problems when someone on the sales floor copies text out of an email and throws a funny character in, which stops your whole document process. They can help me find that funny little character that stopped all the invoicing in a matter of moments, and we can move on and keep going. So they've been really helpful. I have no reservations of anything working with these guys. So if you got any questions, just let me know. Thank you.
I think we're done, but if there's any question. She's going to kill me if I don't mention this. We have the presentation here on proteloinc.com/connect if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more. So, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.